What is up, guys? So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different video. We're going to be making a create a scare. We're making a create a scare. Uh, Damn, I can't talk today. So today we're making a create a skater for one man named Mike Steele from my favorite podcast, Jim and Them. I'm going to talk a little bit about Jim and Them, a little bit of their history today. And a couple of weeks ago, I did make a promise to make a creative skater of Mike Steele because Mike Steele loves skateboarding and he loves Tony Hawk games. So I wanted to go ahead and make a creative skater and as well as tell you guys a little bit about Jim and them. So we're going to go ahead and get this cracking real quick. All right, that one I'm not too sure on with the push, but we will see. Okay, boom. All right. And one thing about Mike Steele is he does not mess with sleeves. So we're going to go ahead and see if we have either a tank top. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's see if there's any hookups. Now we'll go with Santa Cruz. No, we'll do Muska. And yeah, guys, so just a little bit of background about Jim and them. So they've been going around on the podcast form for since about 2007. So at this point, it's been about 18 years. When they first started, podcasting wasn't as big of a medium. Like there were some, but like there wasn't really much. Um, so yeah, they've been around for quite a while. I remember finding them, and I want to say about 2011. And I've been listening pretty frequently ever since. There's been periods where I haven't been as active in the community, but I've still definitely been there in spirit. Okay, let's see if there is a way that I can flip the hat backwards. So yeah, and at this point they've been pretty live every Friday, pretty much ever. Like since they started, they've done a show every Friday for, going on 18 years now. And they're live every Friday at YouTube or every Friday on YouTube at 7:15 p.m. PST. And of course, in the description of this video, guys, there will be the descriptions for all their websites, the YouTube, the Patreon, the Discord, or as we call it, the Piscord, as well as the merch to get Jim and Them t-shirts. So definitely go and check those out. On at Patreon, they have a lot of shows. They have quite a bit of shows, actually. They have easily several thousand hours worth of various shows, various bits, various ideas, various concepts. Can I not get a hat backwards? If not, that's fine. We'll go ahead and just take the hat off. Um, But yeah, they have a lot of hours on their Patreon as well as their merch. Definitely go ahead and check that out as well. They got a lot of good shirts on there, all good price, all comes pretty quickly, with a lot of customization options. It's pretty kick ass if I say so myself. All right, now let's give Mike some puffy skate shoes because I oftentimes miss the puffy skate shoes. And if we don't have those, we'll probably just rock a pair of globes. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah! Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you add tattoos? Because if not, I'm going to be very mad. And I think, yeah, I think that's pretty. Oh, there we go. All right. And yeah, guys, so like I was saying, Jim and Them is live every Friday at youtube.com/Jim and Them Show, or even just searching Jim and Them. You guys will be able to find them. All right. And yeah, I've been tuning in for, about like 13, 14 years. And, it's a really good community, a lot of great people. Everybody's involved, everybody wants to stick around. They do about like a 3 hour or so show. And it's kind of, a whole vibe. Like there's just a lot of, cool aspects when it comes to Jim and Them. Like there's, reason to hang out. You can talk with the guys, you can hang out with them. You know, it's an overall pretty cool experience. So I think everybody should go ahead and hang out with us. Hang out in the Discord, hang out on the YouTube chat. They do videos every like Monday and Thursday about 4 p.m. PST. Sometimes it'll be like a classic video. Sometimes it'll be from the most recent episode. Sometimes it'll be from like the past episode. Sometimes it'll be from, maybe a past video that might need a little bit more shine. Maybe just like a classic little throwback video. And yeah, man, it's a good time. There's a lot of good stuff that's usually always in the works. They put out stuff on their Patreon pretty frequently. And it's like a couple of different things. Sometimes they'll talk about like their favorite movies at the moment or movies they've seen. They got, some good back and forths, whether it be for they'll sometimes cover true crime. Sometimes they do movie commentaries. They do a lot over at the Patreon, and especially with the show, it's kind of the best way I can describe like what Jim and Them is that it's kind of like you're just hanging out with your buds and you're looking at crazy stuff on the internet, because that's usually what ends up happening. Like, the week is like you'll find out about stuff that you probably had no idea was taking place, or maybe you did see and you're like, yo, I want to hear what somebody has to think about that. All right, Mike. I'll probably have to improve on this character a little bit, but actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we'll go to game mods and turn everything on. Yeah, that's like the closest one too. See if there's a better faux hawk. No, that's a quaff. And we'll see if we can give Mike a little stubble. Little 5 o'clock shadow. Doesn't look like the. Nah. Nah, it doesn't work. You know, we'll give Mike some cool snakes on the back. All right, cool. All right. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do free skate. We'll go to college. Mike steals a regular van, saves lives, if you will. But yeah, Jim and Them's also hosted by Jim Scampoli, Mike Steele, Jeff Murphy. You know, there's been hosts in the past that have been like a big part of the show, and you know, they're part of the legacy. So, but right now it's Jim, Mike, and Jeff, all people from varying walks of life. And even just with how long I've been watching the show, it's like everybody has grown to insane levels and just really doing big horse things, if you will. Yo, I didn't know you can get up there. So yeah, guys, as I said in the description of the video, there will be the Jim and Them, the Patreon, of course, the YouTube channel, the merch site, the website itself, where there's a lot of history and a lot of archives. If you guys want to go ahead and check those out as well, because right now I believe they're at episode 870. Because what they do is that they record like a long show all at once on Fridays, and then they split that up into 2 parts throughout the week. So there's a lot there. Like there's easily maybe more. Go ahead and take like 800, and I think they're at 870 right now. And go ahead and like double that, and that's pretty much been their output as far as the show goes for a long time. With Patreon, I think they've been doing it for about like 10 years or so. So there's also a lot of stuff there. And even with the YouTube, there's like a lot of just like classic throwback bits. Currently, they're in the battles of, you know, of trouble and torment with a certain goblin ghoul, certain 80 star, if you will. You know, something in your eyes, if you will. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of content there. There's a lot of videos. And even if you look at my YouTube channel, there's even like a playlist called Jim and Them Bangers. And it's just all like stuff that I like to, all the videos that I've liked up to kind of where I got back into the fold. And it's also kind of to help like new people that are like checking out the Jim and Them Discord or even just joining the community. We'll play that playlist and just kind of get a real crash course of like, you know, what all Jim and Them have offered, like what all they've done, like the various ideas that they've had. You know, like whether that be like interviews from when I first started listening to the show or even just like specials and stuff that were even before my time. Like it, and it all has aged like wine. Like it is still good to this day. Plus, I've often said that like Jim and Them is kind of like a time capsule because they cover like not like full on like current happenings of the world, but just like various things that are going on the internet that are pretty viral or even like stuff that, you know, people might be talking about at that time. So you can like hop in at any year from like 2007 to now, and you will find something that you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. Or even like sometimes what I'll do is like I'll go back to like when my birthday came out, where like when my birthday is, I'll look up and see like what episode of Jim and Them came out around that time, or even like what year it came from. And you can meet a lot of cool people in the community too. Like, and we it's all pretty simple, and there's a lot of good folks that want to point people into the right direction, especially in terms of like, okay, so if you've never been on Discord, this is kind of what to expect. If you've never attended a YouTube live, this is basically what you can do. If you've ever wanted to check out like the Patreon, like this is, we'll help you out. We'll gladly assist you in anywhere you go, because it's a good community. It's a fun community. And even if you may come from a different walk of life, or even just maybe have never checked out a podcast before, but if you found Jim and them, it's like you're gonna find some people that maybe had been around the same fields that you have. I've met a lot of cool people in the community that are still around, still hanging. And even shouts out to the new people that have joined the community and have come pretty much just become one of us. We're all just tuning into this great show, this great thing. And I've tried to like listen to other podcasts, and nothing else really compares, I guess. And I've given it like the college try, but I think just like the overall just community that comes along with being involved in Jim and them, I think definitely makes it worth sticking around, worth wanting to contribute in some way, giving back, helping new faces get into the community, providing people with some lore that may not be aware of, but we might be talking about at the time. It's a good vibe. It's a good experience.
Whoa!
And even sometimes when like you're listening to the show and you hear like Jim, Mike, or Jeff make like a reference or something, sometimes it's like something you didn't even think about, and you're like, oh shit, they listened to the same stuff I did, or like they watched that movie or commercial too.
Ho!
All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and probably go ahead and call it quits. I just wanted to go ahead and make a Mike Create a Skater and tell you guys a little bit about Jim and them. So yeah, guys, as I said, everything Jim and them will be in the description. The YouTube, the Patreon, the Discord, the merch store, the website, everything will be in the description. Um, as usual, be sure to check out Jim and them. They're live Friday nights, every Friday night at 7:15 PST PM PST. As well as their YouTube videos are live every Monday and Thursday uh, I believe it's like the videos are usually about like 30 minutes or so. Um, about 4 p.m. PST. And yeah, be sure to go ahead and hit the merch store. They got a lot of good merch, a lot of good shirts. Be sure to join the Discord. It's a good hang. There's a lot of people talking about various topics. It's a good vibe, good hang. And also be sure to check out the archives as always. Be sure to become a YouTube member. Be sure to join the Patreon, and you guys will get all of Jim and them and more. And I hope this video helps with being able to have you guys check out Jim and them. Come hang out with us in the Discord and the YouTube chats. It's a good vibe. But yeah, I want to go ahead and say shouts out to Jim and them. Shout out to Jim, Mike, and Jeff. Shouts out to Discord. Shout out to the Patreon. Shout out to the YouTube homies. And shouts out you for giving this video a chance. You guys have a great rest of your day.